This episode is made possible by listeners just like you. If you want to help fund future shows, please head over to XoneBros.com/support. Hello everyone, welcome to XoneBros. This is podcast number 45. Thank you so much for joining us. We are your positive gaming and Xbox One community.
We are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I'll back you up.
Yes, we are.
Bienvenido.
Oh, anyways, welcome. It's been another fabulous week, a busy week for all of us, but a good one nonetheless. First, before we get started, Madden Ultimate Team Tournament, the first annual XoneBros Madden Ultimate Team Tournament is on its way. It's actually already started, so stay tuned. You can, if you want to check out who's winning, who's leading, who's doing what, head over to XoneBros.com. The brackets are on there. They will be updated throughout next week. The finals will be held on the 30th after the podcast.
Hey, so I have a question about that.
Yeah.
I'm not a part of the tournament. Just so everyone knows, my
Yes.
skills, I'm terrible at Madden. But is there any way for me to watch these games at all? Or
We haven't figured out the final, yes.
The final?
And maybe, depending on
Like the
some of the playoffs and
yeah,
stuff,
the
we will as
40 or
well.
something.
okay,
So, but other
because
than that,
I'd like to see my boys. You know.
I'd like to
in
see your
action.
boys too.
Oh my gosh! Already,
Anyways,
we're already doing that. Huh?
Anyway, so stay tuned. Thank you so much, everyone that's participated. Big thanks to Shebrew, who really helped set that up. Thank you so much, Shebrew. We look forward to doing more of these this year, and every year these will just get better. So thank you very much for that. Also, thank you everyone on Patreon. Anglophile won our Patreon drawing last week.
Congrats, man!
So congrats. His picture went up today, and it is awesome.
It is a good.
It is really good.
And Shebrew, never.
It was one of the funniest Twitter threads that I have ever read in my life. But if you want to see the man, the winner, with his
I love how he's holding toast in his hand.
He's like, oh yeah, I get that now.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Oh, I was like, why does he have bread?
It's toast. He has toast with him because
That's funny.
it's because they share the box. So
Oh.
it's not only just
Oh,
his.
it's toast.
It's Toastmaster B.
Oh, I didn't get that at first.
So
That's
he has-
hilarious.
he has toast.
Anyways, head over to Facebook.com or also Twitter if you want to see a picture of him.
Yeah.
And then Chad Ridgway, I think, won it the first week. Am I right in that? But he's
Yes,
on
he
there
did,
well,
yeah.
so check out his picture. It's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. They both have huge TVs. So that's good. Anyways, as always, I am joined by the bros. The X1 Bros. First and foremost, say hello to his little friends. It's the left trigger and right trigger. It's Mr. McSpicy, Mark Haywood.
Right here. Thank you. Thank you. Mhm.
Second, how many Blizzard employees does it take to fix a light bulb? None, because it works how it's supposed to. It's Jordan the Man, Jordan Paskett.
Hi.
Told you, Blizzard reference today. Told you.
That was good. That was good. That was the Blizzard reference that you were.
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
talked
I
about earlier?
Googled video game jokes. There's not a lot out there. But there is this one. How do you get Pikachu on a bus? You Pokemon.
Oh my god.
I am X1. We are the
Terrible.
X1 Bros.
That was a good one.
Let's get
that
this
was
show.
Good. That's
I
what
like
you
that one,
consider
yeah.
good.
Let's
Okay.
get this show on the road. Jordan, what happened in the news and world that is Xbox One this week?
Well, everybody knows what happened this week. It was a huge week.
Huge.
I mean, just look at all the tabs.
Oh, huge tabs.
So, but we'll get to...
Actually, on his screen, they're little.
They're really little on his screen. I don't know how you do that, man.
No, a lot of excellent news week this week. Alien Isolation sold 1 million copies. Has officially sold 1 million copies worldwide.
Oh,
So,
that
it's scared
That's
a lot
a
of people.
milestone.
that
Yeah.
is a game that I will play one day.
Really?
Yeah,
When I
It
get
looks
some
good.
free
It
time.
looks really good. Yeah.
I like it. So,
None of us have played it yet, right?
but it looks cool. I've watched streams.
Yeah, me too.
Except for the gun thing. When you shoot your gun, you die. So there's really no point
because
in
the
having
alien
it.
comes
Yeah.
and hears it, and he's all, "What's
So-
that noise? I'm going for that guy. He shot a gun." That's how an alien thinks. Just I want to
it.
go to that gun noise.
Like a gopher, his head just pops up like. Then he goes after him.
Also, more numbers. Dragon Age Inquisition records the stats of killing 2 million dragons or flying lizards.
Nice.
Flying lizards.
So over 2 million.
I killed a dragon when I wasn't supposed to. It was
Oh,
really
really?
not awesome. I hid behind a wall and just cheesed the crap out of him. My whole party was dead, but it took like 2 hours. But I got that armor. I'm proud of myself.
Nice.
Cool. Didn't you find a dragon and then like run away from it?
Well,
Like at the very beginning?
because I had no idea what was going on. Like
Like it just came
I got
out.
one-shotted every time I walked into that area. So, yeah. Anyways, cool.
That's
beans.
funny.
Yeah. Well,
right.
apparently I was one of those 2 million. So, boom, check that off the
Boom.
second list.
Telltale's 6-part Game of Thrones saga. The second part of their 6-part saga is coming out next month, starting February 3rd for PC, Mac, PS4, PS3, and February 4th for Xbox 360, and Xbox One, and then iOS on February 5th and Android at a later date.
Cool.
So
That game. I have
basically,
yet
it's
to
coming out
play
in
that game, but I love Game of Thrones, and I love that style.
Okay, cool. I'm just
right.
David's
All right.
throwing up his shorts a little bit, just kind of.
It's hot in here.
Oh my gosh, Dos Anjos.
is new to EA Fighters. Is a new EA fighter added to, is a new fighter added to EA
Sports
Sports
UFC.
UFC. So I couldn't pronounce that
Dos
name.
Anjos.
And Mark speaks Spanish.
Isn't that
That's
free?
why.
That's free on EA Access.
Or
we
gratis.
we should try that out.
So
We should try.
Oh yeah, it's in the vault, isn't it?
We should try that out. It is in the
I
vault.
will give you one-word translations anytime.
Okay, you go.
So Devil May Cry Definitive Edition has a new clip out. It's a 1080p 60 frames per second clip. If you like Devil May Cry, it looks cool. I've never played a Devil May Cry, but the clip looks cool. Looks like your typical
They're
Devil May
big
Cry.
games.
I've watched Let's Plays, so technically I sort of played it
I
without
watched,
paying for the
I watched
game.
You played
that
it in your
YouTube
mind?
video.
In my head. Yeah.
I watched that one YouTube video where like it's the most dramatic gaming scene ever.
Oh yeah, you don't believe it, Magic? It's one of the funniest. It's one of the greatest voice acting ever made in the history of
Numa
gaming.
Breath of Life will launch on February 27th for Xbox One. This is a first-person puzzle game.
Oh.
So it's right now it's on Steam Greenlight, and actually, cool thing about it being on the Xbox One, the first 30 days will be exclusive for the Xbox One.
Also, so next week, perhaps, stay tuned. We might have an interview. We're going to have an interview. It's a date with one of the developers of this game.
Heck yeah!
All right.
So, and I think it.
That's that.
I think it's
did
next
you tell
week.
me this earlier?
Yeah,
And I totally spaced
yeah.
because this sounds new to me.
Yeah, we
It's okay,
just,
he didn't tell me. So.
We've just not been able to nail down time. We were supposed to do it before Christmas, but things were busy on our side, and then things were busy on his side. So I think next week we will have an interview for you guys about this game, the development. Check out the YouTube trailer, though.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. It reminds me of Myst. If anybody has ever played Myst, the old PC game, it reminds me of that. It looks interesting.
Cool.
Cool, yeah. Well, February 27th for the Xbox One, and Xbox One users get the bonus of it's going to be 30 days exclusive to Xbox One.
Love it.
So, cool stuff. All right, Project Cars has a new trailer. I don't know about this game.
Really?
You just go right into it.
Forza's my...
Here's the news. It has a new trailer. I'm not sure I like this game at all.
No, like it looks cool, and I'm gonna pick it up because I've actually since I've played Forza, started playing Forza, I've really been getting into these car simulator games. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they're fun. They're really fun. I like the skill level involved. But anyway, I'm just basically what I meant to say is, will this break me away from Forza? Will it? I don't know. We'll find out.
Forza would be the standard. I don't know if
But
that's...
see, that's simulator, and this is arcade style, right? Or is this simulator too?
I thought this was simulator.
Is it simulator? I don't know anything about this game,
Yeah.
so
No. I just saw the new trailer. It looks pretty cool. So
Cool.
if it's not simulator, then either way, I'll probably end up getting it. So.
I know. Well,
Halo Master Chief Collection patch tweaks matchmaking. Usual.
Yeah, still not up to snuff.
Well, it's better. I played it this week with a friend of mine, and we're getting into matches. It's not as smooth as I would like it to be.
Would you say
it's
the
getting better.
Halo 5 beta was smoother?
Yes.
Still?
Yeah.
That's not good.
I didn't even play Master Chief Collection this week, and I'm saying that right now.
That's not good. Because that's what I have heard.
I don't know how much.
World of Reddit.
I guarantee you the Master or the Halo 5 beta wasn't outsourced, because this was outsourced up the
Yahoo.
From what I've read on the internet, and we all know how true the internet is.
Oh, that's very true.
Yeah, it's always true.
Anyway, Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel have been announced for PS4
As a bundle.
and Xbox One as a bundle, and the collection launches on the March 24th. March 24th is for everybody else. March 27th is for North America. So North America is us. So we get it on the 27th.
We get it 2 days later than the
We
rest.
are in North
3
America.
days?
3 days, yeah.
What the heck?
I know, we usually get it first. What's going
March
on?
24th is my birthday.
Well, the collection launches on March 24th
Wow.
and the
Happy
27th
birthday.
in North America and internationally, respectively. So
Before you move on, Borderlands, game you can play by yourself?
no. Well, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
Because
but
I
it's
was playing
definitely
it by
fine with
myself on the
friends.
360, but the only reason I would play it with Jordan and Jonathan, and I think you, but the only reason that I would play it by myself was to get better gear so when I played with that. You know what I mean?
yeah, I would say it is playable, but the fun factor increases exponentially when you have each friend you add.
Yeah. It's built for the multiplayer experience,
For sure.
wouldn't you say? Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, that popped into my head.
Well,
I said go for it.
and then you did,
And I
and then
did.
we resolved it.
So anyway,
Nice. That's what we do here.
It launches on March 24th and 27th in North America, and it's Borderlands 2, Borderlands pre-sequel, with all DLCs for both games. And actually, the DLCs for Borderlands 2 was really fun.
Cool.
Battlefield Hardline. EA was asked about the EA Access, like will Battlefield Hardline be available on EA Access, right?
Yeah.
And they replied saying, quote, "Yes, you will be able to get early access to Battlefield Hardline through EA Access," end quote. So, which not really a big surprise, because the point of EA Access is for that stuff. So why wouldn't it be there?
Yeah.
But anyway, and that's cool, because I think I'm getting excited for
Battlefield Hardline?
Yeah, I think I am.
Yeah, it'll be neat
So.
to see their take on that kind of
All right, cool stuff.
style.
Trials Fusion added their online multiplayer, and their new DLC releases next week. But more
That
importantly,
kind of took them a long time to add online.
Took them a
multiplayer,
long
no?
time, but it has regenerized. Is that
Rejuvenated?
That's the word. Regenerized? Is that even a word?
Re-energized.
Re-energized. What's regenerized?
I don't know.
The word I made up.
Yes,
That's
it's
what
a
I
new
did.
word.
I'm going to go with that one.
Regeneration.
It regenerationed me back to playing that again. Oh my
It's a
gosh,
fun
it's
game.
fun. Seamless multiplayer.
wow,
Really?
I've yet to play it. The multiplayer came out today.
Yeah.
And
What
which
is it?
The 23rd, Friday.
6? Can you get 6 or 4?
It seems
many
like
Well, you're
racers
the only
are
one that's
there?
played
Eight?
I'm
it.
trying to count how
Yeah,
many.
I'm trying to
8
count-
or 10.
think in my head how many.
Because when I went into it, all these players just started popping up.
Hey, what do you think of this? We have a Madden Ultimate Team tournament.
Trials Fusion.
Trials
Trials
Fusion
Fusion
Heck yeah!
race.
I got news for Trials too. When we get to the what we played this week, unless you want me to say I have an announcement.
Nope. Hold it. Hold it.
I will wait.
Let's hold it.
Fire in the Deep.
Teaser. Here it comes.
So, going
Okay.
along with Trials, multiplayer launched today, and then the new DLC, Fire in the Deep, launches on January 27th, which is next Tuesday.
Oh,
Nice.
nicely done.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that.
All right. Big, I think this is probably one of the bigger ones of the week. ESO has, not as of today, but is canceling their online subscription-based or subscription model for Elder Scrolls Online.
Yep.
Which is super cool.
We called that. We called that here on this show.
We finally
Yes, we did.
got a release date.
We finally got something right.
We finally got a release date. Elder Scrolls Online, it's going to be named Tamriel Ultimate, is coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on June 9th. And it will no longer, like I just said, no longer require the monthly subscription fee. And don't worry, if you're a PC player, you will automatically be switched over on March 17th to the Ultimate, or the new model. So basically, from what I gather, March 17th is the final day, and it's all done and over, right?
Cool.
So, and of course, when it comes out on the Xbox, they have announced if you bought the PC version within the certain time
You have
frame. Yeah, I do. If you bought the PC version within the certain time frame, and I don't know the exact dates, but I can look it up, you can transfer your character to the console.
So now
versions.
that... Wait, so do you get the game on the Xbox as well since you paid for it, or no? Or do you
I
have to
don't
buy
know.
that game separate? Because
thought
if
we
you
had to buy
do,
it
now that
separate.
it's subscription, I get it as well.
Oh,
yeah.
That one, I'm actually really excited
that
about.
cackle.
I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to get back into an MMO.
Yeah.
I just gotta quit my job. Really, let's do it. I'm just gonna do it.
Just go, man.
Just do it.
Just go. You got it.
Let's go for it.
All right, now into some games. State of Decay is coming out on the Xbox One starting April 28th in
Super
North
stoked
America.
for this.
And if you have it for the the price of it's going to be $30, so not bad. And if you have it already for the 360, you can get a 33% discount off the Xbox One version until June 30th, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Scream
Cool.
Ride.
Okay, go ahead. Say your beef. You always say it when you talk about this game. I just want Roller Coaster
I do just want Roller Coaster Tycoon.
I just
That's all
want
I
Roller
want.
Coaster Tycoon. That's all I want.
It's gonna be cool.
Anyway,
You didn't even say the news. What's the news?
oh, there's really not much news other than they've showed videos and stuff about it. I just really like Scream Ride, so I just wanted to
Okay.
I just wanted to give it a mention.
Okay, and I
You
made
know?
fun of you. Sorry.
You know what I mean?
My bad.
So
Scream Ride. That's the
yeah.
news. Scream Ride. I like that game.
I am excited for it. I do wish that they would make a new Roller Coaster Tycoon, but yeah, what do you do?
What can you do?
So Ori and the Blind Forest is coming to Xbox One and PC on March 11th.
Very excited.
Moon Studios announced a price of $20 on both platforms.
Nice.
So
That
pretty-
game is gonna rock my world. I know it.
Yeah,
Okay.
mine too.
That's it.
That
That's it.
period.
That's
Drop the mic and walk
Very-
away.
very
Riptide GP2 is now available for Xbox One, and it's basically a Wave Runner jet ski racing game.
cool.
Oh, cool.
Is it a Connect based one, like
I
that
have
you use
no
with
idea.
your arms?
That
before?
would be nice if it wasn't. So.
Well, I mean,
that
you
would
can
make
use
it a
both,
real
but-
game.
All right, and now basically everything we've all been waiting for
Yes.
is Microsoft had their media briefing on Wednesday, the 21st of this week. It was a really good briefing. A lot of cool stuff. What I'm going to do is, since it's going to be the base of our discussion, I would just announce the bullet points of what they said, and then we can talk about them, in the discussion.
Okay,
so
sure. Go ahead.
they announced basically the future of of Windows, which includes the Xbox. They announced DirectX 12. They announced the new Xbox app for Windows 10, which will be on Windows 10. It's kind of like, to me, it's basically way more advanced smart glass.
Yeah, I think
mean,
that's a good way to describe it.
Like a
Okay.
way advanced smart glass, right?
That can play games.
Yeah. There's streaming capabilities, party chat, cross PC, and Xbox. This Xbox app allows you to use a game DVR on your computer, no
It's
matter
built-
what game you're in.
it's
It's
built into the
Windows.
operating
Yeah, it's
system.
built into the operating system. And of course, the coolest news, I think, one of the coolest news, Fable Legends was announced. Well, sorry, not announced, but shown, and it is announced that it was coming to Windows 10, and there will be cross-platform play between Windows 10 and Xbox One.
It's going to be the first game to do it, and developers will
between
have,
those two platforms, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and developers now will have the option to include that if they so choose.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
So-
that's probably one of the biggest announcements of
They
the-
didn't
of that whole thing.
They
That's
didn't.
been a dream for a lot of gamers for a very long time.
Yeah.
They didn't.
And this is the first steps in that
Yeah.
happening.
They didn't
so.
really show kind of what Windows 10 will look like on the Xbox One as a
No.
interface, but they kind of hinted that it is going to change it a little bit.
They
So,
did.
obviously.
Phil Spencer didn't. He says, "I don't want to use the word bigger, but it is going to be better."
Yeah.
So,
So-
and there was a picture of what it was, like a picture of one, and he's like, "I don't want to say that's not what we find. Like, that's probably not what it's going to look like. It's not they haven't yet decided on UI and how it's going to look." So.
Yeah.
But it's exciting. Exciting times.
But a lot of good stuff at the media briefing. I just want to go over the bullet points because we're
Go
gonna be
for
talking
it.
about it all through
Let's
the
do
discussion.
it.
So that was it. So basically, the
Oh,
Xbox.
you're waiting for the bullet points for the discussion.
No.
He
I
just went
over
through the
them.
quick overview.
So
Oh,
basically,
okay.
the Xbox.
Way to pay attention, man.
Yeah.
No, I was paying attention. I didn't know if you were transitioning into something else.
The Xbox.
I was paying attention, jerks.
So to summarize,
Where are those chocolates
for
I brought?
some-
I'm not
for
going to
some
give
people.
you any.
Oh.
See? This is how I'm like Sheldon. Good job, David. Here.
Thank you. Just Pavlov's dog.
to summarize,
Dark chocolate, though, so
For anybody-
they may be good, maybe not. I don't know. They're blueberry sticks.
Oh, nice. I love dark chocolate.
oh, cool.
I thought
Anyway.
you would.
So Xbox app, streaming, DirectX 12, game DVR, cross-platform, chat and social across the platforms. A lot of cool stuff.
Yeah. Basically merging your social experience. The chat aspect is really cool. So you could be playing your game in Steam, and I could be playing on the Xbox One, different
Oh,
game,
and
but we could be in chat.
I don't know if I mentioned this, but streaming your Xbox to any one of your Windows 10 devices.
Also, I like that because now I can play on my couch and in bed. That's what I thought about the most.
Play-
Like,
so-
I can play in bed.
How? My question. I'm sure they figured it
It's
all
a
out.
controller because the controller is on a Wi-Fi type of system, I guess, and so
It is, yeah.
So they can use your Wi-Fi.
They call it a proprietary Wi-Fi system. I
Yeah.
don't even know what that means.
I don't know either, but apparently you can use your controller with whatever you want.
If it's-
because it will all be Wi-Fi, so
Nuts. That's kind of cool.
kind of yeah.
That's
in
kind
bed.
of
I'm
awesome.
just now. I'm
no
just
kidding.
Why don't you come to bed with me? Because I'm playing a game. Now it's going to be, why don't you come to bed with me?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
But anyway, I have a lot of thoughts on this.
I'm not going to sleep anymore.
I know, right?
That's what the bed's for.
And
Sleeping.
I used to read in bed. There goes that.
Wow.
You turn on the subtitles. That's what I do.
Just turn on the subtitles.
No, really,
of the
it's like
games.
it's like
I read that book.
well, it's like
Flash game.
I remember I used to play those Pokemon games on the Game Boy, and you probably remember my mom would get mad at me for like not doing homework because you used to have to like read 30 minutes, right?
Uh-huh.
But if you think about it, that is a book. You read. It's text based, right? Like it's an interactive book.
Oh, I'm on your side for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I want to read a book, I just turn on the subtitles.
I think we're very biased, but I agree 100%.
Anyway,
I
that is the
think we're
news. A
biased
lot of
too.
good news. A lot of cool announcements, especially with Trials and ESO and Battlefield Hardline for EA Access. I'm excited for all those. Good week this week, and I can't wait to talk about the media briefing.
So
That is a good week.
the chat is saying controllers connected to the Xbox. Someone else is saying connected to the PC, and the PC connects to the Xbox for the controller. So I think it's debatable at this point how it's going to work.
No, the controller doesn't connect to the PC because that's what. Well, at
It's
least at
streaming,
this
so
point
it
it
has to be
doesn't,
connected to the Xbox.
because they haven't even come out with that yet device to. You can't use your controller on the PC yet. So I mean, this is talking about Windows 10 streaming though. So maybe I don't know. I was under the assumption that it's connected to your Xbox through Wi-Fi, but
Yeah, I thought because it's streaming from your Xbox, so it'd have to be connected to your Xbox, right? Because it's streaming.
yeah.
So it's technically not running off your computer; it's running off your
Yeah,
Xbox.
because my
so-
computer
Yeah.
will be off when I'm on.
Yeah.
It'll be on my tablet, right? And my controller is not connected to my tablet. I thought it was connected to it, but I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure we can look it up. We do have Google machines.
If they
in front
is
of us.
that information that's been released or
I don't know. I didn't
'Cause
see anything.
it's
and
been like-
I read
Hey,
a bunch of stuff.
I took like 45 minutes trying to find what kind of connection the controller currently is connected to the Xbox.
It's a secret.
Its own-
It really
Top
is.
secret.
They
Its
call
own
it
proprietary
Wi-Fi is all I got out of that. So,
And
anyways.
Microsoft Hologram was announced. People in chat are talking about that. That's just it's like what Sony did with their virtual reality. It was just, hey, we're working on this. It'll be in the
There
life
was-
cycle
there
of
was
Windows 10 is what they said, which a life cycle could be 10,
right there at
10
the
years.
tail end.
Yeah, I
Probably
think we just
really-
killed Windows XP like 2 years ago, a year and a half
Yeah,
ago.
so that could be.
But anyway,
anything.
you know, there's a lot of good stuff.
I was
at the
still in
briefing,
high
but-
school when Windows XP came out, so that was a long time ago.
Well, big news week. We'll get into it in chat.
Saving the day and your wallet.
And with that, this week on Xbox One deals with gold. Sunset Overdrive is 40% off. That's a good game. On many people's game
You've
of
offended
the...
Jordan. He thought he was going to do
I thought
the
I was
deals.
doing it, but you had a.
Oh, sorry. No, I
totally
thought...
offended.
I just,
No, go
I
ahead.
just
It's
grabbed
okay.
it. Dead
Okay,
Rising.
okay.
Dead Rising 3, the Apocalypse Edition, is also 40% off. Chariot is 50% off, which you have if you had deals with gold.
Basically, everybody should have that game.
Everybody
for free.
should have that game if you've had your Xbox for a little while now. And still, Xbox $349. That's got to be the permanent price point. I don't see them raising that again.
In the U.S.
In the U.S., correct. Correctamundo. Batman Arkham Knight Limited Edition is $63 via Walmart.
For both Xbox One and PS4.
The limited edition comes with an art book, a comic book, a steel book, and a skin pack.
And an awesome freaking statue.
It comes with that statue?
Yeah.
Oh, an awesome statue.
$63?
Yeah,
that's a really good deal.
The normal limited edition price cost $100. So
This is a savings of, let me do my math, $37? Yes!
You went to school. You did math.
I did. Math is
But
great.
it's through the Walmart website, and it's unclear how long or why they're doing this, so jump on it quick.
Yeah. Best deal, Sunset Overdrive
Speaking of
40%.
which-
And if you were going to get Batman, I would jump on that limited edition deal because that is sweet. That statue. What if the statue's like this big?
I hope not.
That would be hilarious. It's just
If
like,
it's that big, well,
It's
still,
just
it's
like a
cool. I'd put it with, like, your amiibos.
oh, that's true.
And I'd have them fight each other.
Oh, man. I have the amiibo craze. I have the
Batman,
amiibo bug.
hand-to-hand combat. No, Batman versus Link, who would win?
Batman.
Yeah.
Link with his green
He-
sword.
no, but
his
he's
hook
got-
shot.
If he doesn't have, like, the Flute of Time song, then yes. Otherwise,
Is he using the Ocarina of Time?
yeah. Because if he has the Song of Time or whatever it is, then he could just go back to when maybe he killed Batman's parents. Maybe that's who killed Batman's parents. It was Link.
It was Link.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe Zelda's Batman's mom.
Oh man, we gotta after the show we'll go.
We'll
on
talk.
Yeah.
Conspiracies here. Conspiracies.
That's enough, the both of you.
Oh, this is the time where we talk about what we've been playing and what we've been up to this week. And let's start with me. I was so busy. I played nothing. Zero. I did not get to play anything this week.
That is a shame.
And it was a sad, sad week. But tomorrow I play Fear. I forget his full gamer tag. I just call him Fear.
Do you have it?
I have it there. Fear.
It's upside down.
Fear
Do you know how
Dementia.
to read?
I play Fear Dementia in Madden, and I'm so stoked. It's going to be my first gaming. And tonight, Trials, we're probably
Yeah,
gonna
we're gonna
some of
play
that
Trials
multiplayer,
tonight.
so
Trials
that'll be
Fusion,
fun,
some
but-
multiplayer.
Oh, I've been looking forward to doing the podcast. This week just swamped. I can't wait till things slow down and I get to game again. Anyways, Jordan, what were you up to this week?
Well,
You had some friends over, so I know you were playing lots of games.
no, we weren't. I had a lot of homework and work, and
Oh, that sucks. So what,
hence
your
why
friends-
the news was
friends
rushed
just
together
watch you?
right before the show. But
No,
anyway,
but see, I was playing it. So he has
so-
a friend visiting in town.
yeah.
That's what's
So
going on. But when I was playing games with your friend,
yeah.
Oh.
and
Well,
I
no,
can hear
I-
Jordan coming in occasionally going, "What are you guys playing?"
No, okay. Let's start with. My friend did come into town, and he jumped on the beta because he's a huge Halo fan, classic Halo fan, really good at it. He likes it. He liked the beta, so we jumped into the beta, played it a little bit. Then I watched him play Destiny because he had never played Destiny before, and then we went over to the PC side of things because he doesn't have an Xbox, and we bought that game H1Z1 and played that with Mark. Actually,
yeah, on the PC.
On the PC. And I feel like there's one more I played. I played Risk, the board game. Did that count?
Really?
No, it's a good game.
You know
I
what?
love that
The
game.
good
That's a good
version
game.
of Risk, the Xbox 360 arcade version
Yeah,
of
that was
Risk.
fun.
Excellent. Excellent.
I don't know why we haven't.
You've
bought
talked about that before.
Yeah, fixes the flaws. One of my favorite games ever. Board game gone.
Oh,
electronic.
and I played.
It's not Monopoly.
No,
We played a little bit
I'm
of.
really good at that game.
I love
I'm
Monopoly.
cutthroat.
My wife's I've never. She wins every time. In
I made up
Monopoly.
my
I
own
don't know
version
how
of
she does
Monopoly.
it.
You put together the goes, and you have two separate Monopoly boards, like a FIFA version and a just regular version,
Disney
for
version or
instance.
whatever.
And you do a figure 8, and now your trading was just amplified, and you're wheeling and dealing.
Can you quad that up?
Power Monopoly.
I don't know how because I guess you could, and then you would do that would be the ultimate. That'd be awesome.
Let's do that.
Anyway,
And
we
then-
also.
And then spin the twister wheel, and then you'd be like
Add lasers, laser chess.
laser and cats, laser cats.
We also played Master Chief Collection, which is why I know the online is working.
What mode did you
but
play in
it's
Master Chief
not
Collection?
Halo 2 Anniversary.
The best one
Yeah, so.
on there.
It's working, but it's still a little. And by the way, why it's not a playlist if it kicks you out every game.
They're
I
still
know.
doing that?
Yeah, it's because I showed my friend. I was like, okay,
Trials
see
doesn't
how
do that.
See how it says press B to continue. B takes you right out. I don't know. It's just it's just a shame what happened to that multiplayer. But it was still fun when we did get in. It was lots of fun. So
Nice.
that's what I played.
Any new experiences that you discovered or want to talk about? No.
No.
That's it. Period.
I woke up at 9:30 on Wednesday and watched the briefing at 10. So and check this out, guys. I don't know what was going on. So check this out.
The Microsoft
We
briefing.
were okay. So we're watching the Microsoft briefing. We're getting ready for it. We had to run. So what we had to do
I
is
gotcha.
we hooked our. So it wasn't on Xbox Live like the Xbox Live events, which kind of sucked. But we took our computer out there, our desktop, and just hooked it up to the TV and started
Sure.
watching it. And it was having buffering issues. Right, so directly connected, it was having huge buffering issues. So what we had to
Comcast.
do, yeah, no, check this out. What we had to do is we had to get my friend's iPhone and stream it through Apple TV like AirPlay onto the TV, and that worked better than directly connected. So we were Wi-Fi to the phone,
Wow.
Air TV to the Apple TV, and then watching the. It
Weird.
was blowing my mind. I had no idea. I don't know if it was the Microsoft website or whatever, but going through all those
Yeah, because I remember
channels-
I sent you a text, and the gaming portion of the conference was over.
Yeah,
you're
and I
like,
was still behind.
It's just starting. I was like, okay, I won't give anything away for you.
Man,
So yeah, it was pretty
Wow.
cool. All the devices we had to go to watch it, but it was pretty awesome.
I just watched
it
it,
was-
on the VOD and it worked fine.
It was really good. I actually liked the entire conference. A lot of cool stuff coming to Windows 10, and a lot of cool stuff coming to the phone,
Super
especially the Xbox. Yeah, it's a lot of cool stuff. So that's what I did this week.
Nice. McSpicy.
Games I played this week by Mr. McSpicy. I had my usual, so I won't even mention those. But I did play some GTA 5 at the beginning of the week, and I'll just get that out. The reason I didn't play it during the week is because I was frustrated, because I invested all my money in stocks,
And they plummeted?
and it plummeted.
Oh.
Wow.
And the reason it plummeted, so there's a mission. Spoiler, if you haven't played GTA 5, minor spoiler, it has nothing to do with the main story. That said, okay, come back in 45 seconds. There's a guy you take to the airport on a ride, and he says, invest in Tinkle. You know, he's an investor from Liberty City, which
Yeah.
is New York.
So don't invest in his stuff.
No, do. I was supposed to, but I left my box in the... So I didn't save the game, but I turned the box off, which keeps it in a safe state. So I invested all my money, all three, because I was worried. You know, I actually looked this up online. Yeah, invest in Tinkle. He'll give you a 32% return on your... So I threw everything in, okay? And you only have, like... It's like 30 minutes or an hour or whatever before it rises, and then it drops 100%.
Oh, so you've got to get in and out at the right time.
So I was like, okay, 30 minutes game time. That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I'm going to bed. But I think because it was in the Xbox RAM,
Yeah.
or
So it's happening in real time.
flash memory,
Real time,
yeah,
so to
flash
speak. Right?
memory is what it has on there. So I don't know what happened, but I lost like $500,000.
I did play Grand Theft
That
Auto
sucks.
on Saturday, but that's basically last week. So, and I played probably for a good
But
6
see,
hours.
but we
I
did the
played the beta
podcast on
last week.
Friday,
Yeah.
so let's count
I
it.
did
Yeah.
the beta on
Count
Saturday.
it.
So I did get like 6 hours in.
Count
And when you move to Trevor, because
You have moved to Trevor?
yeah, when you move to Trevor, holy crap,
It speeds up, doesn't it?
stuff gets wild. Okay. And I love his like side missions. Are freaking rage mode.
Yeah, that's a special. Oh, like
It's just kill all the rednecks in a certain amount of time. It's so funny.
it's so good. Oh, dude.
So, but I started
Yeah.
investing in stock.
Trevor Industries or whatever.
I started investing in some stock on that game. It's cool.
Have you met your clients, your drug clients, like at the bar and everything? Or
I took some Japanese people on a tour.
of the meth house.
Yeah. Sorry,
Look at that guy.
if you haven't played this game.
So good.
But Trevor, so my favorite character is to play. Lamar's my least favorite.
Lamar. Oh, that's the friend. That you mean Franklin?
Yeah,
Franklin. Sorry,
Yeah,
Lamar's,
Lamar's
my
his friend.
Franklin is my least favorite character to play. I love. Is it Michael?
Michael.
Yeah, I love Michael and
Well,
Trevor.
His
But
missions are funny because of his kids.
Michael, he's just an interesting character. Franklin is just not an interesting character. He is. There's just nothing about him that is interesting.
He's the son Michael never had.
But he is interesting in that respect. When they start doing missions together,
Yeah, when you start crossing
he's
paths.
interesting. But he's interesting because Michael, he's like the tutor. He's like an apprentice, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Michael's so much more interesting
And then Trevor,
fun to play.
Trevor takes
and
it
then Trevor.
Just wait until you go to meet the cousin. I'll just say that, okay?
And
It's just,
I think I might be there. I think I'm headed there.
oh my gosh. He's ridiculous. I can't wait for you to get there. Just so
Are you not there yet, Jordan?
No, I haven't met Trevor just yet.
Oh.
I'm just doing my heist. So
Oh.
I didn't
Just
play Grand
after
Theft
that.
Auto. Yeah,
It's-
I didn't
you're
play
real
Grand Theft
close.
Auto at all this week.
Yeah. Anyways, cool stuff. That's a good game. Anything else? Trials.
But the reason I stopped playing that is because I had the frustration, the rage, quit kind
break
of
your
thing.
controller.
Well, I didn't break my controller. I was just frustrated that why did it say to do that if it's not working on because there's not save state on the 360, or the PlayStation 3.
Well, it's like an autosave, right? Well, never mind.
I don't know how it worked, but the box was off, but it's technically not off.
Oh,
I
it's in
think
the
that had
sleep
something to do
mode
with it. Yeah, whatever. I played H1Z1 with him. Great game.
That was fun.
It was way fun. And now that it's patched and everything, there's been a lot of patches made it funner. I played Trials Fusion.
Oh, tell us thoughts.
Can I tell you
New
how-
maps? Did you play the new tracks?
You don't have any
multiplayer.
tracks.
Yeah, I don't have any new tracks. I
Oh.
think the tracks are new on multiplayer.
Oh,
I think.
okay, that's what it is.
Maybe I just haven't played multiplayer on the single player multiplayer mode or the couch co-op mode.
Yeah.
But the maps were new to me. It is so refreshing to go into a game and queue up in a multiplayer session, and within 5 seconds have the lobby full.
Wow. That is.
Even though it
nice.
still was thinking it was, and people bounced out, people came in, but you just queued up, then you started a game.
What you're saying is they haven't tried to change the way you get in and out of games, and as a result,
The seamless technique, quote unquote seamless, has never worked for me.
Yeah.
And it's really frustrating when games say, we're doing this innovative, seamless transition
which
where
in
you can play with your
theory,
friends.
is really cool, but it has had issues up
sometimes
to
it
now.
doesn't
It's never worked.
properly.
Yeah,
It's never worked. Name a game that has worked.
but it did work for me the other night in Grand Theft Auto when it didn't work for you.
But see, it didn't work for me, and I was trying to join your game.
Yeah.
See? But that's one time.
Was Red Dead Redemption seamless? Didn't you just hit multiplayer and it
But it was
seamlessly
broken.
transferred around?
It was broken the entire time I played it, and then they patched it later after I was done playing that game.
Red Dead Redemption?
Well, but
They
but
patched
their
it after, like, the first
multiplayer,
week,
but their
though.
First
multiplayer
month.
was this
I think
open
it was a
world.
month, not a week, but-
It was just that their seamless multiplayer was just open world lobby,
yeah.
like Grand Theft Auto, except for smaller because there was never that many people in one of the worlds in Red Dead Redemption.
Can we hurry up and get Red Dead to the Xbox One?
Yeah.
Dude, having seen what they did with the world
In Grand
in
Theft
Grand
Auto.
Theft Auto,
I
can you
mean,
imagine?
I go back and look at that game, and the horses, how they flex the muscles on the horses.
It's
and
the best horses that I've ever seen. I've no game has done horses. Even watching Metal Gear Solid, as pretty as that game is, when that horse is walking in Metal Gear Solid,
does
it
look
looks good. But when it turns and starts to run, it looks clunky, and it's just that's where they look the best.
They did a really good
Yeah.
job. And it's Rockstar, and Rockstar's storytelling. You mix that with a cowboy game. I know where I'm getting on a tangent here,
The way that game ends,
but like Western,
good.
It is
So
so good.
yeah, the way that game ends,
And
and
in
it's
the
nice.
starting when you're on the train and you have the story of the two ladies in front and then the guys in the back,
Oh, yeah.
and just how
and
things
John Marston just trying to redeem himself.
and you don't even know who that like the very beginning. I'm just starting from the beginning. You don't know who he is. He's got the scars on his
Oh,
face, and he's just bad A.
Some
He's
of
just,
the
you know
side
he's a bad A.
characters, the freaking graveyard digger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Good game. Okay, go back to Grand Theft Auto.
Wait, Trials.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
Trials.
Yeah. Love Trials. Absolutely love Trials. Trials single player is one of my favorite games. I would like to say ever, but is it? I have to think about that.
It's a good game you can
Top
always go
10?
back to, yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's just a really solid game that you can always go back to. And they
got
have
that-
just added multiplayer, and the multiplayer is seamless. And this just in, I started an Xbox One team on
Oh.
Trials. There are 50 slots available.
First 50. Here you go. Now.
Just happened. So what you want to do is when you log into Trials, go to Team. There's multiplayer, and then there's a team section. Then there's a search for team, just XoneBros. And you guys, I invited you guys, so,
Okay, so
be sure to...
our slots are saved.
And if it fills up too fast, I'll create another one, and we'll call it XoneBros I don't know what I'll do.
2.0.
2.0.
We'll figure it out. But if that's the case, we'll make sure.
So
you
tell me
can be
about
a
the
part of
teams
it.
then. What do the teams do?
Is
Is it just like the clan?
It's like, it's like on Grand Theft Auto 5, your
Crew.
where it shows your team stats,
Uh-huh.
and it shows. It's really cool. They rank you to other teams, which I like. So, and then it shows the breakdown. It shows each individual player of your team, how well they're doing, how many points they have. They're all that other
wow.
stuff. But it basically makes it so your multiplayer team wise is put up against other teams,
Cool. That's really cool. Actually.
which
I like
We-
is.
We also have X1Bros crew in Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, yeah.
We have grown. I was just looking at the numbers there. If you want to join, just hop in and join, guys.
Dude, and we
It'll
got
be a good
our
time.
shirts.
we got sweet T-shirts. Man.
Our shirts. I spent a lot of time on that logo. Okay, there is no font in when you're designing the logo on your crew logo. So I spent a good time making triangles, circles, shapes. I made shapes into our X1Bros logo. So
Looks good.
It does look good.
Looks way good.
Looks
that's
way
it.
good.
And have you seen it on our shirts and
On
stuff?
our shirts, it's awesome.
Oh,
Really?
here,
Really?
here. Yeah, remember you saw my tweet, didn't you? When Jordan was shopping in the
Oh,
shop.
yeah. I saw. Yeah.
So X1Bros crew on GTA 5. Absolutely join that. There's no limit to that, but it's open enrollment. And on Trials Fusion, it's open enrollment right now.
Destiny, you can join the clan.
Yeah, X1 Bros
Destiny.
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 Is there anything for Master Chief Collection? Not really.
No.
Not
Not yet.
We will one day. We're working on creating a social center
Network.
for you, if we will. It's just not up yet, but we'll get there, guys.
A social brain of
Social
awesome
brain
gamers.
of positivity.
Yeah. So I played Trials. I played GTA 5 and Trials. It was like you, David. I had a really stressful work-heavy week,
Yeah.
and my work spikes intensely a lot, which makes it so I can't play sometimes. But I'm glad I wasn't like you, and I still got to fit in some H1Z1 with him,
Oh, man.
and some Trials,
H1Z1.
and
So
some
funny.
GTA 5. So,
Yeah, if you
but I'm excited for. We're playing after the show, so I can see. Shebrew has been mentioning in chat like this whole time. Trials after the show.
PMH mentioned that's right. There's a crew in
that's right,
Horizon
Horizon
2
2
as well. That's correct. PMH, if you could let everyone in chat know how to get on that'd be great. X1 Bros, we're everywhere. And if you're in a game that we're not in and you want to be in charge of the community there, just let us know and we can tell everyone. Let them know about it, so.
We'll pump it out for you. So we'll announce.
pump it up.
Yeah, and pump you up. We'll make sure the community knows that it exists.
Yes,
So.
yes, we will.
Cool.
That sound means it's time. It's time to discuss, to discourse, to hypothesize
Theorize.
intellectualize.
about games. For those of you new to the podcast, this is where we just discuss issues. We take questions. If you want to submit a question to the community, you can do so at info@x1bros.com on our Facebook channel, or send one to us at Xbox Live. It would be great. Question comes from Mr. Ridgway. How do you guys think video games age compared to other types of media? For instance, a lot of old movies are still great. Music holds up for the majority, but do video games hold up? NES games, are they basically unplayable? How do they age compared to most media? Jordan, let's start with you. How do you think video games age? Do they age well? Are there the classics?
Yeah, I think it depends. Well, it depends on the game, just like it depends on the song or the music, the movie, right?
Yeah.
Well, like for example, I mean, Zelda: Link to the Past, awesome game, right? And
Yeah.
then there's Zelda: Majora's Mask, one of my favorite games of all time.
But see, you know that.
But-
the question is, you know that because you played it when it came out, right? Or is this the ability to have younger generations play those games as well? Is that the question? Sorry, I
I
didn't
think
mean
just
to cut you
how
off.
they hold up as far as aging. Like,
Aging?
if
Well,
I go
so,
back,
like-
I was born in this generation, go back and watch Citizen Kane. Still a good movie, still good storytelling,
yeah.
good camera work.
The camera work
So
was
I think-
revolutionary in that movie.
Still very, very good movie.
No, no,
that
so-
holds up. It stands the test of time.
revolutionary.
No, so I think it depends on the
Magical.
game. But the thing is it for me, like, games evolve so much, especially from the 90s to now. I mean, that's within 50 years, right? Or within 20 years for some of those games, right? And it's evolved so much. Like, Halo 3 is far superior than Master Chief Collection, than Halo Combat Evolved.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
in
still
gameplay
in
like,
every aspect,
yeah,
right? You know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah,
in every
'cause it's
aspect.
improved.
But that doesn't make. I could still go back and play, Halo CE and be like, oh yeah, this was a lot of fun playing Battle Creek. But that's a hard answer
I think
for me.
that I think that works in relation to movies and music too. I mean, music progresses. Watch School of Rock and look at the chalkboard when he's teaching the kids.
Yeah.
This style came from this style. This style came
Yeah.
from this style. I think they even have college courses on theory of rock and or theory of all that kind of stuff. And same with movies. I mean, before Citizen Kane, for example, you didn't have those. I mean, I know that they had the camera angles from the floor.
Well, even television, same way.
Yeah.
No one had camera up high or lights
Yeah.
or live
Or
television
the weird,
audiences.
the weird awkward tilt,
To-
like
Yeah.
To answer the question, no, I
You
don't.
don't think they stand
I don't
the
think
test
they. I don't.
as
I
well
think
as
like for.
other-
I mean, I think
other
like for
genres of
example,
entertainment?
StarCraft was an excellent game, and then the expansion, Heart of the. No. What was the first expansion? Blood War, Brood War. There it is. Brood War.
Oh
there
my
it is.
gosh,
Yeah, woo.
that's one of my favorite games of all time. What's going
Yeah,
on?
Brood War.
Brood War.
Great game, classic game, I think. But after playing StarCraft 2, it's just so much. It's so far superior. It's hard to go back to those games, in my opinion.
Doesn't stand the test.
You know what I mean?
Mixed
In my
spicy.
opinion.
In your opinion?
So I'm going to look at this in a manner of the younger generation being able to enjoy those games like we enjoyed those games. Do they stand the test of time? Whereas like those movies, like Citizen Kane, you can get the DVD; they're re-released. Whereas the platform, really for a Nintendo or Super Nintendo, after a certain age, they start to deteriorate. That you don't find as many. You probably find one on eBay, kind of thing. But it's limited. Thankfully, some people have come together and got emulators. Coders have put together emulators, which in essence lets your PC play these games, and they've copied the data on these games, so you can get these ROMs to play them. So I would say that it's not as elegant of a solution as digital copies or DVD copies, such as the movie industry has or the music has, but at least because of the generation of gamers that we've seen that made the emulators, that yes, those games are still playable via emulators. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense to me.
And which I'm very, very grateful for. Very grateful for, because I think everyone should be able to play the greats that I consider the greats, like Donkey Kong Country, like Perfect Dark on Nintendo 64, GoldenEye, same kind of game.
Which
Link
is
to the Past,
Perfect Dark.
which I know it is
Yeah.
Perfect Dark, but it's the same kind of thing. But those great games are for me, they stand the test of time. It's just a matter of how can people get access to those games and play them.
Yeah.
So
I see what you're saying. They stand the test of time, but the mode or medium
into
which
which you can play them
does not.
is not as seamless as digital media with because movies you don't
DVDs.
have to. They don't have to think. They don't have to worry about
and then,
processing
and then technology alone continues to get better for games, right? But I mean, like from Halo 1 to Halo 2, the sequel took everything that was great about Halo 1 and amplified it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard.
I think
they're still classic and they're still great games, but it's hard with all this.
In
new,
my
you know what
opinion,
I
I think I take a hybrid of both of your opinions. I think it depends. Just like movies, it depends on the genre and the type of movie. For instance, a highly graphic CGI type movie does not stand the test of time because it's always advancing. In the same respect of, for instance, The Exorcist. It's not scary anymore. It kind of makes you laugh if you watch it, but at the time, it was one of the scariest movies ever because of what they did was new, and they had that was the best graphics or what special effects that they had at that time, and now it's so much better. Star Wars, at the time, that was the best graphics. This was the first time a spaceship was ever seen flying in space like that. Now that's nothing. I mean, look at Transformers.
Yeah, but with games, I mean, I'm gonna interject and say I slightly disagree because 8-bit has become, we'll call it 8-bit, 16-bit, we can call it whatever you want, has become a art form.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So platform games is a style and a genre that stands the test of time.
Okay. I can
Just
see that.
like a Citizen Kane, where it's solely story-based. There's not a lot of special effects. It's story-based. It's creative camera movement. Which is why a lot of television shows stand the test of time, because they're story-based, creative camera movements. It's not a lot of intense graphics like certain movies are.
And they haven't gotten rid of canned laughter yet, so
Yeah.
no live studio audiences.
No.
No, but I didn't mean to interrupt your thought,
And so I think it's the same with games. Certain genres will stand the test of time. Mario Brothers is always going to be
'Cause it's a
as fun
platformer.
because that style stands the test of time. And I'll even say story-based games, the Telltales, they're just kind of souped up versions of like the old King's Quest games. What's the Oregon Trail stands the test of time? That type of story-based
Are you
game.
talking about the Oregon Trail on like the old Apple computer, those
Yeah,
Apple
yeah.
floppy disk computers?
Yeah, or like King's Quest 3 where you had to type in like do this. Like that's the same as what Telltale's doing today, but those
In a
stand the
different way.
test of time because they're based on a story, not on graphics. Games or movies based on graphics.
But see, Telltale...
It changes.
I get what you're saying. I guess I shouldn't bring this up, but Telltale does the actions for you, whereas those games where you had to type
Yeah.
it in... what's it? York?
Zork.
Zork. Like stuff like that, you had to figure those things out.
Yeah.
I think that's a... But
Yeah, it's the same-
I wanted to just
it's in
say
the
that
same
because
vein.
I'm, Telltale...
And so I think it depends. I think that video games do stand the test of time. It depends on the game and genre. Just like movies, not all movies stand the test of time.
Yeah,
Not
that's
all
true.
music stands the test of time.
Well, I mean, but that's because you have good music and bad music. You have good movies and bad movies. You'll have good games and bad games.
Yeah, but there are good
Maybe-
movies with CGI that still are good movies today, but the CGI doesn't make it as immersive as a movie as it once was.
Are you talking about Twilight?
I'm talking about Twilight. I'm talking
Because
about
that CGI looks a little dated.
Can I say this?
Star
This
Wars
weird.
Episode
Can I say
3.
this off topic? What is it about directors and producers that move from costumes to computer?
Oh, I don't even want to talk about it.
Star Wars is a great example of that. The stormtroopers in the original 3 look way better than the stormtroopers in the latest, in the newer ones,
funny story.
because
1,
they're
2, and 3.
computerized.
We're not
And it
talking
looks
about. We're not
worse.
talking about J.J. Abrams.
No, the horrible ones.
Yeah, the bad
the
ones.
horrible ones, the George Lucas ones,
No, the funny.
or
we
Lord
had
of the Rings.
Oh, the Hobbit.
The friggin' Hobbit, like, what are we? The orcs in the first Lord of the Rings versus
better,
the
yeah.
freaking goblins in the second one. It's not even a contest.
Well, we
costume is always
funny.
better.
I like how
It's
you
funny
used Star Wars and Lord of the Rings because that's like the what do they call it?
No, well, it's
George
funny.
Lucas syndrome.
The George
Yeah,
Lucas
it's
syndrome.
funny you mentioned Star Wars and Episode 3 about the clone troopers because we were actually having a discussion about Star Wars this week. I won't get into the discussion, but it led to, in Episode 3, not one clone trooper was a person.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it was
looks
every
bad.
single one of them was CGI.
Like,
and we watched it on YouTube. It looked awful.
Yeah,
Like, the Tyrannosaurus Rex from Jurassic Park looks far superior than, like,
yeah.
half these
I don't know
movies
what you're
that are
talking about.
coming out.
Mr. Smith and Matrix 2 was amazing.
That's funny. That is funny. Anyways, thank you. That was a great question.
We all had different kind of viewpoints on that.
Yeah, but I think the overarching thing, some games stand the test of time, some don't.
And
Just like any other entertainment medium.
And I want to do a shout out. I don't know names or anything, but thank you for emulators and thank you for the movement to keep track of these classic games, even the bad ones. I know that there has been a movement to at least keep track of these old games so we have them for record.
yeah,
Otherwise, they would just disappear.
The one guy that has started it, the Elder Geek Gaming, he started a historic type of site, a
Of
wiki
games?
of games.
Of
yeah.
games. But see, you have the wiki of games, but to actually keep the code
Oh,
and keep a
yeah,
way
yeah.
to play them,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
who
think
you
I
are. I don't
played-
know the science behind
I think
it.
I played Mario 64 on an emulator. It was really fun.
Oh, I have.
Yeah.
I do that like as much as I can. It's amazing.
Anyways, thank you, Chad Ridgway, for
Good
that
question.
question. Great discussion. Let's move on. This week, let's get into the discussion of the Windows 10 conference. Does Windows 10 make Xbox One better? Is it Windows 10 good for Xbox One? These are the questions. So I thought we'd go through each feature and just discuss our opinion. But let's start out. Let's start out with the Xbox app on Windows 10. Windows 10 is going to come with an Xbox app. It will have your games, your friends, messages, activity feed, your gaming legacy, and achievements, everything right there. So now, and I feel like Windows tried to do this with Windows Live gaming, but didn't put the full support of Microsoft behind it. It was terrible implement. It was a half-baked.
You just gave him hives.
Well, it was a half-baked
Curl up
process.
in a ball, go outside.
They didn't fully get into it, which is why I
agree.
that Phil Spencer was up on stage, that it is a merge of the PC and Xbox in that respect, because it shows Microsoft is serious about doing this. This is the future. This is not going to go away. This is not just, let's see if it works. No, they have put effort into this. Thoughts on the Xbox app for your PC gaming and merging it with the Xbox?
Well, I think you're getting technologies that worked with the Xbox, and the Xbox is a fantastic machine. The 360 was amazing, and the original so forth. But I think people at Microsoft are understanding that this is a successful device. Let's move kind of the things that worked over to the Windows 10 platform, and in retrospect, aren't they putting Cortana in that?
Yeah.
Well, she's
speculated.
She's on
like,
Windows.
She's
a part of Windows 10.
Yeah.
Isn't it like speculated that they're going to be throwing that back? Like you can have her instead of she'll interact with you.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. I didn't.
I would love to have a discussion with Cortana. By the way.
Well, did you notice at the Windows media briefing? Just if I have Cortana on my phone right now, it's not Cortana. It's just like Siri.
It was her voice.
It was actually Cortana.
It was Cortana's voice. I noticed that.
So I wonder how long it took her to record every word in history, basically.
So yes,
I just have her read a dictionary.
Why not?
Yeah.
In different hello,
hi, difference, map.
Let's make our own. The XoneBros search function.
But thoughts on the Xbox app? Do you like it? Do you like that move?
No, I definitely like it, and I think it's awesome. I mean, they even add game DVR to they added the functionality of the Xbox to the window. I mean, generally speaking, it's going to help PC gamers. I mean, how cool is it to just say record that or like Cortana record that? I'm sure that's going to be an option, kind of.
If you have a voice recognition input into your
every PC gamer has a microphone.
Yeah. Mostly. Well, no, every.
Even the people that play Hello Kitty online
Island Adventure.
Yeah.
Hello Kitty.
So yes, I think it's awesome. It benefits PC gamers, and the Xbox is going to in return, they're going to get the functionality of Windows that we've never had before.
Both systems will benefit from it.
Absolutely. It's going to be
Jordan,
awesome.
The Xbox app in particular, do you like it?
Well,
like
I said, I think it's just a more advanced smart glass, and I feel like that's what I
agreed.
like this. Personally, I like smart glass. I think smart glass is very useful, but after seeing this, I like this a little bit better than smart glass. I feel like it's organized a little bit better. You know what I mean? It has the activity feed, which is one of the greatest inventions ever.
Does either of you have an old laptop?
But I've never sell any of my electronics.
Let's put the Windows 10 technical.
No, I am. I'm signed up for it on this one.
It's on there?
No,
you can
it's not
download
on there.
it today, and it's on. Now
I'll put it
can
on.
check out the Xbox app.
Well, I signed up for it. They didn't.
I'll
give me
do
a link
it.
to download
I don't know if my laptops can run it. They're
old.
suitcases, man.
Okay.
But
Anyway, I'm
didn't
signed
Phil
up for it, and I'll download it.
Didn't Phil Spencer say that this isn't the UI?
No.
Well, it's not the.
That is for the Xbox app. It's the Windows 10 UI on the Xbox One that is not.
Yeah. Which he hinted. Well, yeah. Anyway,
could be. It couldn't be. They're just working on the design.
I think the new app is solid. It's like it's a more advanced smart glass, which is what I like. The activity feed, your friends. Just see even how it's got all your games here.
Well,
your activity feed in the center. Your friends on the right and left.
I have a friend at work who's a big time PC gamer, and even he said, I do love the achievement system on the Xbox One, and now having that on my PC. And what I think is so genius, what stood out to me about the Xbox app is it's not separate of Steam. It will, if you have Steam, which Steam is the place to go, you can't alienate Steam. It's just going to say, okay, your Steam library, boom, these achievements are tied to that, and it just ties into that. it works hand in hand with Steam. It's not trying to compete with Steam.
Yeah.
It's amplifying it, if you will. And I like that. I like.
Well, and even Phil Spencer used that as an example. He said one of my favorite games
Here we go.
is Civilization Beyond Earth.
It's on
and,
Steam. Here's my
he
achievements
basically,
that I can get for
he
it.
recorded. Well, didn't he get the achievement for Fable or Forza?
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Fable he got the achievement.
And I liked how. Just side note, Phil Spencer playing Civilization. You know,
He's a
knows
gamer,
the game.
man,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was playing. I was like, oh, you know, I could.
He's better than me at it.
I know. He's like, I'll move these guys here. He's played it before. He's not some guy with a purple tie hopping on there going.
Yeah.
What are these? I'll
he's-
move these doohickeys.
Yeah, it's like he's a
over
gamer.
here.
It's
Yeah.
kind of fun to watch him. But, anyways, Catalyzed in chat, he said there are a lot of solutions that record better than what the the 30-second DVR that Windows 10 could bring. Yes, there are a lot of solutions, but for the cheap kind of person, for a person that doesn't have a capture card, for someone that doesn't want to mess with OBS or any sort of capturing software, the simple record that is a very useful feature that is seamless, easy, and you can't mess up with it.
Yeah.
Kind of
I
thing.
think
So
the built-in aspect is a huge selling point
It
in
is,
that
yeah.
respect. I mean,
So,
your
yes.
hardcore guys are going to have what they have anyways, but you're opening up that world to everyone.
Yeah. So it was
Making
a
it
good
seamless.
point. Catalyze. It's a useful feature that could be a great
And I
selling point.
love the idea that I will be on my Windows 10 PC playing Civilization, and Jordan hops on Titanfall or Halo 5 next year, and it pops up. Boop! Jordan is online playing Halo 5 on my Xbox app on the PC, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go play with him. Or I love that. That is all my gaming world just got united.
And they correct me if I'm wrong, but did he say can't you just view their game? If you have the game, can't you just hop in and start watching them play?
Oh, I don't remember.
I thought I got that, but maybe I was wrong. It happened when Phil Spencer hopped into her game in Fable. He said something like that.
Oh, so I think in Fable, that's just the part of that,
Fable,
like a spectator mode.
Oh, okay.
So the developers will have to implement that, I think.
Because
is how works.
that would be awesome to just see Jordan playing Forza and me going, oh, I just want to start watching him race.
Absolutely, yeah,
That'd be sweet.
That would
Without
be
him
way
having
sweet.
to.
That's the
broadcast
future.
anything.
Let's put it that way. What game's not going to do that? That's the future. So next bullet
Or
point.
hop into you at GTA 5,
Next bullet point that was brought up: Xbox Live and multiplayer across devices. Multiplayer gaming on Windows 10. The future. The first game to do it is going to be Fable, obviously, but multiplayer gaming on Windows 10 you'll be able to do it against players on an Xbox One. Messaging and chat with friends will be cross, and developers are going to get full access to the Xbox Live API, making it easier to create more powerful gaming scenarios on both the PC and that you create on the PC. It's on the Xbox One. You know what I mean? Thoughts on this multiplayer across devices? Let's start with Jordan this time.
You just said you think it's cool that when you see me log in, you can go talk to me. You don't even have to do that. You can stay on your PC and just invite me to a party chat.
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
it's
There you go.
interconnected now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think party chat and the cross-platform games are one of the coolest features. Like, for example, my friend can buy Fable on the PC and I can buy it on the Xbox, and we can still have the same great experience, right?
Yeah.
So it's cool. I like the merge between the two.
Amen.
So
I agree.
Cross multiplayer gaming.
I think the most
It depends on the genre, but absolutely.
Yeah. The most useful in this, I think, is the messaging. Because I mean, how many times are you on your? I mean, in my life, I'm usually on the Xbox or the PC. There's really nothing else, right?
Yeah.
So, besides PlayStation 4, but you don't have it
yeah,
yet.
but I don't have that yet. But, it's just nice to be like, for example, we were playing H1Z1. It's just like, oh, who's playing Xbox? Oh, okay, let's
Yeah.
invite them to a chat. It's kind of the new Skype, I guess.
Well, and
You
that's
know what I
how
mean? Or-
that's how Blizzard is with their games. You can see just the
Across
yeah.
all.
I'm playing Hearthstone. He's playing WoW, and we can just chat with
Yeah,
each
you
other.
just chat in between games.
in between
just one
games.
system, yeah. So and that's basically what it is, which is cool. Same with Steam. I mean, Steam does the same type of thing where you're in your games, you can chat, and so. But anyway, I like it.
Nice. McSpicy?
Oh, I agree. That's all.
I agree. The end. I had something to say, but my dog barking out there is distracting me. You guys can't hear it. We pick it up on freaking dog.
He's a good dog, though. Come on. He's guarding your house right now.
Next, game streaming was a big one that was brought up. Games on Xbox One can be streamed through your home network to your Windows 10 PC or tablet, and also tying in with that, it was mentioned that many Xbox One accessories will work interchangeably on the console and the PC, and those accessories are on their way.
Oh, sorry. Who's first? My bad.
McSpicy, let's start with you.
Well, you had something to say. Go for it, man.
Oh, I just said this feature is cool. This feature. This is our version of the Vita. You know what I mean? This is.
It's true.
Yeah.
This is
That's
cool.
right, or the Wii remote.
And what I very much
gamepad.
like about
The
this
gamepad, yeah.
is you can.
Keep
What I
going.
very much like about this is that you can like for Windows 10 from 8, I think it's Windows 7 to 8 to 8.1 can all have a free upgrade to Windows 10 the first year, right?
Yeah.
So like on my tablets and stuff, I get to try all this out for free. It's cool. I'm excited for it. So I think the most useful is me streaming through my tablet. But what I want to know, and I don't think this, it might be possible, but you guys are smarter than I am with the technical stuff. So answer me this: my wife likes to watch Netflix a lot, and that's what bottlenecks me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When playing, because she watches it on the Xbox and I play on the Xbox, obviously. Can it multitask in the respect that she can watch Netflix and I can go to the other room and stream?
We don't know.
Because it's streaming, we would just stream
don't
Netflix,
know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be awesome, but we don't know. I doubt it.
Because
I
it's
honestly
a stream?
yeah,
Because it's streaming whatever's on the screen.
Yeah, but I mean, the game has to. Basically,
'Cause
when you run a
technically-
game that's running your Xbox at maximum capacity, let's say in 4 years you have a game that can really hit that thing hard,
Yeah.
it's not going to be able to run other
Applications in the background.
I wouldn't want it to.
You can switch. Like, for example, I can have Netflix open and go to Forza Horizon, and Netflix is still there in the
But
background.
I
You
think
know what
that's
I mean?
that there's 8 gig of flash memory
Yeah.
that I think it's dropping that. It's not still running in the background.
just
I'm
pushing it to
pretty
the back.
sure it just drops into it to have it ready
Anyway,
on standby.
yeah, but anyway,
I like if that's possible.
I
That
don't
would be
see that
cool.
being possible.
yeah, I
yeah.
agree.
But anyway.
Just get another box, stack it right on top of it.
But anyway, I think this is cool because, especially for me, when my wife wants to watch Netflix, I can go to the next room or just stay there with my tablet, flip open the little kickstand, and start playing.
That's mine. I moved my Xbox over Christmas downstairs because I want to sit on the couch. I want to enjoy. Now I can do that, and
Yeah.
I don't have to move my Xbox. That's what I like.
You guys are all thinking about this wrong. Being able to kick my feet up in the bathroom.
Oh
Yeah.
baby, dude, waterproof controllers
that would be amazing.
with
you can take it
with
in
the
the shower.
waterproof tablet
You
and
just
just
sanitize them?
have a
Because I'm worried about germs.
have
you
a
know?
seat in the bathtub and just play
in the bathtub.
underwater with your waterproof controller.
Oh, like
See?
the GoPro case?
Yeah,
Like
see?
you get a Surface Pro case?
Yeah,
You're like,
exactly.
all right, this is great, man. Oh, the water's getting cold. I got to turn it up. That's nice.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
No, yeah, absolutely. I agree with Jordan, and I agree with you. And I don't think there's any person on this planet that doesn't want this
So
feature.
it goes with your. Will it stream to your phone?
Yeah, it would be the Windows 10
Because
phone.
it would be
Well-
so small. Can you imagine playing on
We
that?
just play
Can
right
your
here.
phone handle
Can you imagine playing on
1080p 60 FPS? Because that's what it's streaming as.
The new Windows 10 phones can handle a full PowerPoint. Like,
Oh,
man,
man.
you know what I mean? Like,
Holy
like the
cow.
full.
Whoa,
like,
slow down.
Didn't
Well,
you see
the
that?
full software.
The full software of PowerPoint. So I mean,
Yeah, which is funny.
can you imagine playing on just
I'm
like
not
a little
I'm not
phone?
gonna die. I'm not gonna take this tangent.
So
Cool.
game streaming's cool. Next, DirectX 12. We saw DirectX 12 games updated or authored with DirectX 12 will run faster and have richer
Oh, yeah.
visuals.
The
demo in real
where
time,
it
same
crashes,
hardware.
even though it was probably
And it was showing what
Fake.
it was showing what more
It was
the
the-
detail
Oh,
the
that was
detail
so
on
funny.
the screen.
The E3 thing that they always do. That's what they do at E3 all the time. They always go, and this is running in real time on the console, and it's really not because it comes out 4 years later and it's 10 times. But anyway, I that was probably running in real time. I don't know.
no. I'm guessing it wasn't. That's my guess. I'm a skeptic though.
Anything
But that DirectX 12, is it just more efficient? It's more efficient. It can do more. It makes your
I know
games
he
look
talked
better.
about battery life was way more efficient. They
Yeah,
Yeah,
cut
it was
70%.
Yeah.
the engines used to power hundreds of games are implementing DirectX 12, including Unreal Engine 4 from
And-
Epic and Unity.
Yeah, Unity is
That's
a
the
big
big one. So Unity is on board with DirectX 12.
Well,
That's
eventually
exciting.
they'll all be on board with
Yeah,
DirectX 12.
yeah,
I mean, it's just
you're going to have to really.
I'm excited to see DirectX 12 come to the Xbox and what we can do from there, right? You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We talked about this already, but Game DVR, it's just the Windows G button. Whether on Xbox Live, Steam, or other services, you can record, edit, and share game clips with your social networks. I have a question. On Xbox One, can you automatically share to Twitter?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it's not automatic. You got to go into.
Well, you got to go. It has an option for Twitter, though.
Upload
right?
Studio. No, you have to go to Upload Studio. You can't do it right from your things. You have to go to Upload Studio, name it, export it, or whatever you have to do, and then it's the option.
So I
Yeah,
can't just
but it
go
has,
to
like,
my.
YouTube,
I can't
Twitter,
just go to
Facebook.
my clip.
No,
Share. That needs to be a thing.
that would be cool if it was.
No,
but
can't you?
I haven't. I tried it like last week. Maybe I'm just stupid.
Because I tried it too, and
Well,
I couldn't
I will
figure
find
out.
out.
I couldn't figure out where it was.
It's you have to go. How I've had to do it, and I've done this in the past. I've loaded games to Twitter. I have had to go to Upload Studio, choose my beginning endpoint, name it, and then there's the option appears after it's been uploaded. Basically,
Well, like I mean,
because it throws it to your
You would have to go
cloud.
To, you'd have to go to Upload Studio anyway, right?
Well, no, because you can just look at your
your previous?
clips. You can just look at your
Oh,
clips.
dang it! I canceled it.
And I could be wrong, but this is how, honestly I did this last week, and this is how I did it.
I know you're able to share your clip from wherever it's at by those 3 circles, and then it brings
Those
up where
3
you
circles are like.
No,
comment.
right here. See, watch. So,
Try it.
But that share is only to your activity.
Look at that.
feed,
Oh, yeah,
see?
so
Look at that.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Son of a
tried
gun. Mr. McSpicy was right.
Anyways, I think that the game DVR is probably has got to be bringing that, especially if now it's implemented to the PC too.
It probably would work on Windows. They'll probably add the functionality to do it just right from that clip.
Yeah.
And just say share this.
Well, and then if
'Cause-
we're bringing that over to the Xbox, that will probably come. But anyways, it's really cool. Just the Windows G button that will record your clip right there. Automatic.
Speaking of this, I do know something I don't want anymore. I do not want the Xbox recording random mundane clips of GTA 5.
I don't want them automatically recording.
I don't know. This is an automatic recording. I'm really enjoying it so far.
Is that-
Yeah, check this out. Watch this guy. No, don't watch it. Maybe we should do the show. And we should
I'm
do
watching.
that.
It's a
I'm
plane.
watching.
So
You're
it's
flying?
a plane. Yeah, this is an auto record. I like the auto record. It gets you those nice
Here's my
moments.
problem. In Madden,
Ready?
every time I score a touchdown, it auto records. I don't want every touchdown. I have hundreds and hundreds
See,
of clips.
these highlights are supposed to be what are called highlights.
This is a highlight. Ready?
What
Inverted
There's
loop.
nothing
What
happening.
I-
Look, inverted loop.
What I think developers determine
When it records.
when it
Yeah,
does it. But what would be a better option if instead of automatically report says you just scored, like for instance Madden, you just scored a touchdown, press X to record this clip.
Even
Give
that would
me-
be-
give me that option instead of automatically doing
Okay,
it.
sorry I had to get on that, but yeah, that I don't like every time I crash my car and go flying out the front window in Grand Theft Auto 5. Buckle up, you just got recorded. Or even that, Madden's even worse. Every touchdown,
Every touchdown,
that's terrible.
whether for or against you.
See, why would you want to? It's supposed to be a highlight. It shouldn't be. Yeah. Anyways, so let's hopefully that's a feature later.
Yeah,
turning that off.
Absolutely. So overall, anything that you want to talk about the conference, the Windows?
I'm excited
10
for a lot of the
conference.
new
Overall,
Windows, for a lot
super
of
excited.
a lot of good stuff coming to Windows.
And now people listening to the podcast for the first time, which we have quite a few of you, we love PC games. And I think especially, for instance, I am subscribed, and I know this is a bad example and not representative of the community as a whole, but the PC Master Race Reddit, so many people were hammering this and saying, they focus too much on the Xbox, should be about the PC, blah, blah, blah. As a PC gamer who also has an Xbox and I just love to game, I love that my gaming world and everyone that I know gaming can unite. And I can see, oh, they got this achievement for Civilization. Oh, he's on Civilization right now. I'm on Forza Horizon 2 on the Xbox. That is awesome. Let's chat to each other. That is sweet. That is cool. That is awesome. And anyone that complains about that is not about gaming, but about
Fanboyism,
Complaining.
thinking they're better than everybody else. They're the
Well, I don't.
which is
I don't,
a horrible attitude. In
I don't
Yeah.
get what's so bad about it because it's just connecting the Xbox to the PC. That was the point of that presentation. It's just connecting and making it one
it's
unified
making them
system.
talk.
Not to mention everybody's getting DirectX 12. So I thought it was.
I agree with you 100%, and I think those people are just a cancer.
Well, and I know they're not representative. I mean, you're always going to have your criticism, and you're going to have some valid criticisms as well. I'm not saying that there's no unvalid criticisms, but overall, I think it's a good thing, and I think gamers PC gamers and Xbox gamers should be happy this is happening. It will benefit us in the long run. It will benefit us immediately just from a social aspect alone. It will benefit
and then
us. So.
matchmaking time. I don't know if matchmaking times would be cut in half, but the more people to search for is a better.
You know what I was
games
thinking?
that
On
cross-platform,
cross-platform, you know what? I can see developers doing, for instance, with a Call of Duty, because obviously a mouse and keyboard is going to be superior, or a Titanfall, or a, I mean, Halo's not on there, but they'll give you options. They'll say, I bet you this how it will be, is the PC will have a driver or whatever that checks for a controller on the PC, and when you go to search, it will be controller onlys, mixed. You'll have those
That's
options.
for FPS?
For first-person shooters,
Okay.
yeah. To keep the... Because... Why not test yourself against the mouse and keyboard group of people?
They're good, man.
And see how you do. See how you do from
I
your
play
Xbox.
those.
You know what I mean?
They're good. It's like headshot
Or
Yeah.
controller only.
Precise.
Controller only. Match me up with controller only people, and then it would be from both sides. You know, or match me up with Xbox only, or match me up.
No, that's
those
a good
options
solution.
will be there.
That's a good
I can
solution
see. I
for
can see
FPS.
that. But for other genres, I love. I think that's the highlight. For I don't know. Think of Trials. Trials
would be another good
would be
one,
a good
Perfect
one.
game to
Any
do it.
racing game
Yeah.
would be great to do it with.
Any RPG.
Any RPG.
I think the only time you'll have a problem
Is
is
FPS.
when you run into first-person shooters. So any other game genre would be RTSs, I guess, too. But you don't see much of those on the console anyway.
No, that's
But those won't exist. Huh? Can you imagine playing a Korean?
Well, there's
playing
like, I thought-
StarCraft 2
well,
against
some
someone
are,
with 300 APM. And
Well,
you're
the
like,
ones that are built like
joystick this way.
like the Halo,
The one-
like,
yeah, but that-
Halo Wars was built,
was really
but
good,
only for
but
the
it was
console.
built for the console. You know
There
what I
is
mean?
one Ruse. Ruse was pretty
Yeah.
decent, but I did play with. It is way better with a mouse, the real time strategy. But yeah, overall, fantastic. It's exciting. Things are happening. This is going to be
It's
a
gonna
great
be a good
year.
year for Windows.
Yes, amen.
My favorite part of that whole thing, we don't have the clip and I don't have the quote, but maybe we can get it next week, was Phil Spencer's last thoughts before he left the stage.
Oh, they were good, huh?
They were
I
good.
don't remember. I was at work, so I was in and out.
I want you to look that up. People, if you haven't looked this up, it just puts... He's just so good at saying, don't worry, we are all about games.
Oh yeah, he
I'm-
said something to the fact that this is a gamer's place. Windows is the place for gamers.
That guy is so cool. That's all I want to say. That was my favorite. I wish I wrote down the
Look
quote,
how
but-
simple that sentence is, and how long it took Microsoft to figure out that you get someone that knows how to say that sentence. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is all about games, kind of thing.
And once again, not to be critical, but we were watching the Halo or HoloGlasses or HoloLens. That's what it is, the HoloLens, which I think
goggles.
I think HoloLens is really cool.
It's a cool idea.
The
yeah,
Judge Dredd goggles.
And if you guys haven't seen it, go look them up. The HoloLenses. It's basically it's not virtual reality; it's augmented reality. So you still see the world around you, and you can see things in 3D. But for maps, when they pull up the Minecraft map on the table, that is sweet.
Or watch
That
the
is-
soccer game. On
That
his
is really
refrigerator.
cool.
Watch it on the refrigerator.
Dude, laying in bed at night, you can watch it on your ceiling.
That's how I've always wanted a TV
There
on
you
my
go.
ceiling,
You
staring
got
up.
it right there. But anyways, the Halo, the HoloLens guy that was presenting was terrible.
Yeah, you.
Well, I
gotta
think
hire
I think the
someone.
only of I don't mean to be critical too, of the 5 or 6 people that were up there, Phil Spencer, and then the first guy,
Yeah, he was good.
with the longer hair.
He was.
Yeah.
He was okay. And this is just me.
And
I told David,
I like- 'cause-
if don't put the. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to say this because he's like telling jokes about his hair and stuff, and no one. No, if
That's-
you look at
okay,
the
Oh, 'cause
audience,
it's
that's
press.
my
no
point.
'Cause
one's
it's press.
looking up.
I
And he's
told
like, "Am I
David-
right? Am I right?"
Oh yeah,
No
and then
laughs.
he's
I
like,
told
okay,
Dave-
well, you're looking at your laptop, so I'm going to show it anyways, right?
Yeah.
That thing, yeah.
Yeah, because I was telling David, if I would not put the press in the center. I would put the fans in the center and put the press off to the
It's-
side. Because he goes up, he even
You
like.
wanna know why they do
He
that?
opens his hand. He goes, "Guys, you ready for this? Oh, you're all looking
It's
down. I'll do
South-
it anyway."
South
And then he
Park-
like goes and does it.
South Park's boy band theory, where you just get girls screaming, and then if one screams, 2 screams, 3 screams, it'll spread.
Yeah.
Just get a crowd up there that's like, "Woo!"
And make it fun.
but
But you
even-
know why they do that? So that the press writes good stuff for them. That's why they...
They didn't look up once. Like,
Yeah, they
everyone
were
was
all. I
on
think
their
one guy
laptops.
was on Twitter half the time.
I know, it was really bad.
But that guy, I was laughing because he's like a funny guy.
Even the clapping came from the outer side. None of the press was clapping when
You're
Phil
right, though.
Spencer
I would
walked
put
on.
them in balconies or something.
And put the fans
and put
up
the
front.
fence right in front where the camera can see. It would make it feel like, yeah, this is cool. This is exciting.
Well, especially because what is the press? I mean, the press gives out. Never. What does the press matter? It's the fans that matter, right? No. Look, for example, every press organization gave Destiny a bad review, and it's the top selling game still.
That is true.
I mean, come on, press
in
matters
today's
to an
day and age,
extent.
the internet matters more than press, but press still holds pull.
They have that's the word, pull. They can manipulate one direction or the
All
other.
I'm saying
the audience,
is,
the masses.
If it were me, I would put the press off to the sides, especially at E3. I would not have the press in that
The thought
center
that I
stage.
had
I'd
is
put 'em
why
off to the sides.
Nintendo did so well at their E3 event, because it was pre-recorded, so you could make it what you wanted to without having to rely on an audience.
Canned laughter.
Or
Norm.
yeah, exactly.
But actually, they don't have. That's live.
That's live.
That's live audience.
But
My bad.
But they were able to produce it how they wanted to, make it smooth, make it likable, you know what I mean? Whereas some of those, like the Halo Lens guy was just, oh, what are you doing now, Susie? I'm putting this thing together with my goggles. And he's like, oh, that's fabulous. It's like, what?
Well, there was the one part
real.
the one part where he got way excited.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I'm putting a blade on it." Whoa!
Yeah, he's like, whoa,
Do you want?
buddy.
Are we going to talk about the goggles? Because
Yeah, go. I
think they're cool.
I like it. It is an Let me put it this way: if I have to choose between that and Google goggles or Google Glass, whatever they're called, I am choosing this. I think this is cooler.
Because you can look like Judge Dredd.
One, I do think they look cooler.
Yeah,
I will say,
they're like the motorcycle
they're like
helmets.
they're like the Star Trek goggles almost. We're almost there to the Star Trek glasses.
Oh, like the Geordie?
Yeah, almost there.
Well, it's just like that seemed. I'm very skeptical of the whole thing. I'm probably the only guy out there because if it is real, which they had live demos and everything, but it still doesn't feel real because it seemed too good.
Yeah,
like if
no,
you noticed,
absolutely. Yeah.
If you noticed, when we were looking through that creepy dude's camera over the shoulder guy that was looking at all that stuff,
the red.
I was trying to figure out how the mouse thing was moving so smooth because if it was her fingers.
No, it's her like
eyes.
it's the
It's
bridge
her
of her
eyes.
nose. Because if you notice, when she looked, it moved exactly where she looked. It's not her finger.
It's
her finger.
Her finger selects.
Her finger just when you go like this, that's the movement to select whatever you're looking
Okay,
at.
I figured it was her eyes, but if it's the Batman, so she has to move her shoulders.
No. She can move her head like
her
this.
head,
The
I mean-
glasses, it'll fall over.
But I mean, I know, but okay, because that felt so smooth that like my head, I don't think it would be so smooth.
I see what you're saying.
You know, it
Well,
seemed
She's practiced. I don't think it was pre-done, but I think she's used them before.
I mean,
and I bet you there's going to be a feeling curve.
I can concede. And from the demos that I've read,
I guarantee this is incredibly early development. I mean, they probably
that's what I'm saying.
A while ahead, you know what I mean?
It shouldn't be so good.
Well, they're not going to show you something. Oh, wait, let's wait till this. Oh,
Absolutely do that.
No. Don't do that. I completely disagree. Don't show something like that.
I'm part of an alpha game right now, H1Z1, and the fact that there's mistakes that they're fixing, you know, and I'm a part of helping that, I can see that, okay, it's not perfect, but it's a real thing, it's growing, it's going to be good.
But
Goggles,
in their trailer, they're not going to show you that stuff. This was basically a trailer. This is a teaser.
What were you saying?
Of
You
things
said
to come.
show that. Wait, re-say what you just said.
If it's so early access, I have a hard time believing that it's so good.
Well,
that's what they portray.
Well, I mean,
but you can perfect certain programs.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what they've done.
Because they didn't show off all the features.
They're trying to show
certain
you
ones, right?
what it's going to do.
What you can do with it.
Just like a game trailer before the game is finished is trying to show you what it's going to do.
Yeah, but in real life, let's look at the Kinect.
For you.
Let's
They're
look at the
teasing
Kinect.
it.
Do you remember how they portrayed the Kinect the first time and it was flawless and it was
Yeah, okay,
nothing?
but that's E3 where everything's running in real time.
Quote unquote
Yeah,
real time.
that's completely different.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of the vibe I got from this one. And when
okay, because I thought you were never mind. I thought you were saying show stuff that's not ready.
No,
okay.
no.
That's why I said anyway.
That's the vibe I got from this. That it looked too.
Yeah, and
smooth.
obviously when it comes out, if it works as advertised, whoa. if it's a half-baked idea of what's advertised, it'll be a huge disappointment.
If it works as advertised, we can get into the fact that how is this going to change my life? Is it going to be? Am I going to become an atlas maker? You know, I can only see the benefit really of making maps. I don't know how this can help me improve my productivity when I'm building.
It will. It
having
could
the
improve
3D
your
model to the side and still, because you notice she was still working on her computer, but it was enhancing. You know what I mean?
It's
to
like
me,
a
it was
show-off
like an
thing.
enhancement.
Okay.
And
You
I
know
think
what I mean?
it's how do you consume things as well. It's a new way to consume. Instead of holding your phone to watch a movie, I
Have
just
it
watch
right
a
on the
movie.
refrigerator.
I just watch a movie. You know what I mean? Instead of texting this way or swiping your app or looking at Google Maps, there it is, 3D mode. Oh, let's put it on the
Okay.
table.
I'll concede that
A new way to consume.
If it works, it'll be cool. However, I don't like to be manipulated into thinking something's better than it actually is. And that has happened to me a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Connect
No,
is one
absolutely.
of those things.
Absolutely.
And that's the vibe that I got from this. That's all.
Absolutely. No, I completely agree with that. I think everyone is
Well,
agreeing with that. You want to go into a thing and be disappointed.
Earliest late next year.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna. Well, I don't think we're gonna see it for a while.
For a while, I mean.
But I do like that it runs separately. Dark Servo, that's a separate system to operate. That is cool. Also, where I would use it for gaming, I would use it for maps. That Minecraft, when you brought up the Minecraft world on your thing,
That's what I'm saying. The Atlas.
that is
the maps,
that is cool.
or
But
whatever.
can you imagine how? So picture Skyrim. We're in Skyrim going down a mountain, and it's programmed to when I look down at my table, I see like
Where
the
you
world,
are, and you're
my
like-
little dot, and I'm like, all right, and swipe that, spins it around, like that is cool.
Yeah, that's pretty
That
hardcore.
that is really cool.
That's-
Or other games like a race card game where instead of my rear view mirror on the screen, it's here in my glasses, and I can see the cars
That'd be cool.
behind me. You know what I mean?
Your
and the
glasses
whole
become
wall
your HUD?
becomes the screen.
Yeah.
You're like, your wife looks at you. Look out!
Speaking of that, I wonder if they're streaming video there. Could you foresee the game from your Xbox streams to those glasses?
That would be and then you can put the TV on the refrigerator.
Then you could really play in bed. You could play at work with your controller under the desk.
I think people would notice your Judge Dredd glasses, or if you
these
prefer
are my prescription glasses.
your Grandpa Buick glasses that cover half your face.
These are prescription. Excuse me. These are prescription. My eyes are sensitive to the light in here.
yeah.
Anyways, with that, I think it's time to get out of here. Mr. Spice Pete. Where can people see you?
On Twitter at Mr. McSpicy, on any other game medium, Xbox Live, Steam, PlayStation, Mr. McSpicy.
Trials Fusion this week. Hop in and join him.
Yes.
You had a big announcement. Trials.
Oh yeah,
He already said it.
I already said it.
Oh.
Trials. I created a community
Oh,
on there.
oh,
It's 50 open enrollment right now, and we'll create more.
I didn't realize that was the big
No,
announcement.
that's what it was. How cool is it to have
Well,
an X1Bros team?
In my mind, I thought.
Obviously
In
not
my
that
mind,
cool,
I
Dave.
thought, oh, he broke the big leap record.
Yeah, that's actually what I thought. I thought it was.
I was
some
like,
record.
oh, that's huge.
I thought it was a community challenge throwdown.
We can. Well,
Next week, come to us with a community
Trials
challenge.
is
on
so
Trials.
good. I love Trials. So.
Jordan.
Jordan the Man, XOB everywhere.
XoneBros everywhere. Facebook. Check out our Facebook page if you haven't liked us there. Check out our YouTube channel if you haven't seen our videos yet. They're pretty awesome, particularly our Warframe video. We love
Apparently,
it.
we gotta play that game again.
Yeah, we will start
People,
playing War.
every comment
War.
on those videos are you not gonna play this any longer? Come
If,
on.
if you're not able to watch the stream live and join us here, you can always watch it on YouTube. If you want to know what we look like, see our ugly mugs, go over there, watch us on YouTube. And
Ugly?
if you want to support the show, two ways you can do it. You can do it, one, financially. If you have $1 or $2 extra to spend, go over to Patreon, x1bros.com/support, and pledge to support the show.
x1bros.com/Patreon.
/support.
Yeah, x1bros.com/support.
Or go over to iTunes, rate us, rank us, and subscribe to us on iTunes. It helps us get up in the rankings in iTunes, and iTunes is the big mother. So thank you so much for everyone in the community for supporting us. Thank you so much for everyone for being such cool gamers out there. Enjoy this week. Check out the Madden tournament. See you guys next time.
Yeah.